Guys, it's Julie with Yes It's Paper, and I've had some more video issues that I didn't realize I had from back at the beginning. Not everything was recorded, so I'm going to go back. Some pages I can walk you through. There's a couple I'm going to redo to show you. The first page, where we have this flip here, I think it left off before this was put on, and this pocket I resized. So it will be 6.5 width that you're going to adjust it to. And keep your proportions button on. So you put the pocket on just like you would any other. You'd put your background on first, then the pocket, then your pocket mat, and then any decorative stuff if you want, and all the ephemera. And the side tag, again, you just put your mats on it, and it goes in right there. And then when you open it up, it's just 2 mats here. Now, page 2, we have this decorative square. So for this, you're going to need 3 different cuts. You're going to need the decorative blackout, the decorative square itself, and then the inset decorative mat. I'm not sure what I called it, but it's the inset. You're going to size the first 2 to 5¼ inches, and again keep your proportions on. And then for the inset one, it's already set at the 5¼ So I will show you how I put this together. You'll see here that there's this little white edge. That isn't another piece underneath. That is actually a tiny little strip that comes with, or actually it's the blue strip here, sorry. It comes when you cut out the inset. Now I tried to cut one out for you, but I will show you what happened. I'm using a brand new mat, and it started to cut it, but then because these new mats just are not sticky, it wouldn't hold. So it just came right off. So rather than trying again, I'll just show you that you will get that as well. There are little designs like this all the way through. I left those in the SVG, but I took them out, except for this one. And then there's a couple tiny little ones. You can leave them in if you want, because that again gives you yet another look. So that's that piece. And I wish that Sizzix would do something with their mats that you can see where the glue is, and there's, like, I wouldn't say, I don't think there's even 50% of the mat has glue. So yeah, and when they pack it in with the machine, it's always bent, and it takes forever. I don't think I've ever got a bend out of one of these. So that's my complaint for the day. So now, something else. Before you take any of these pieces off of your cutting mat, make sure you put a little mark at the top to tell you that that is the top, because otherwise you will not be able to line them up properly. So we will start with the white part right here. And the way I put glue on this, I don't know if you've seen this done before or not. Did I turn it over? Yes, I did. Okay, I'm going to use something that's not as quick drying. No, I don't want to use a glue stick. So I will use the Aleene's Tacky Glue. So just put some out on your craft mat. I'm going to tape this down, excuse me, with some washi tape. Just so it doesn't move. I can't put it around the edges because I need to get those with glue. that down like that. Oh, and then I rip it. Don't rip it, guys. And you're just going to put glue on a dauber. Try to keep it from popping up if you can, so you're not getting glue underneath. I would recommend, if you do this method, make sure you're using a glue that dries clear. And you just wash that off in some water, and then just put some in the center. You don't want to be too close to your edges with that one, because you don't want it to make its way out. So find your center pieces, or your center markings. Sorry if my head's in the way. And just match it up as best you can. I did this in a totally different color scheme because I have a sister who has a birthday this month, and I can just put this on a card front and send her a card, which is something else you can do with a lot of stuff in these kits. You can do card making with them. Okay, I'm not going to fuss with that too much more. You get the gist. Erase that. Remove this. So that is that. And I only messed up this corner, so that's pretty good. One of my other sets, Lacy Lines. These are examples of a simple back main base page and a foot page, and you've got a card. Or you can use this and put it on a card, and then you can tuck tags or flowers or whatever into your pockets, and that could make another card. But back to this guy. Now this one, we're going to put foam squares. Clean my station up, so I think we used the taller ones. Oh, sorry if you can hear that. My husband is blowing leaves. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. So we kind of had a somewhat lazy day yesterday because we have Monday as well for the weekend. I shouldn't say we, he. So don't throw those pieces away, guys. They come in really handy. And I will put them on these corners. And I think I will put one right here as well. And that sounds like Miss Lily coming down. Guess the whole family wants to be heard today. Actually, this piece will work in a corner, I think. these ones. Oh, what are you eating? Oh, you're cleaning. Okay. Oh, that works in there perfectly. Now that's not going to end up in a landfill somewhere. One more. Okay, we got all these off and put it on. And then the video will pick up right where I'm leaving off for pages 1 and 2. I will, they're two different videos. Well, what I'll do, I will just put all of the missed pages in this one video. So if you're doing the same as I did, then you can refer back to this video. So you might want to have two windows open on your computer. Okay, so there's my top one. I should try to erase that. Here's my better eraser. Oh, I guess it's not going to matter, just get it on there. Okay, that is still the top. There we go. Let's try to get rid of that. Oh, that's better. So that is your decorative square, using it in this format. So, what was missed next? I have a set of, a whole list here. I'll have to clean that later, as well as my dauber. In the dauber, I just keep this little dish here. I put all kinds of things in this, but I just keep water in it, and then just dunk it, and then stamp it off on some paper towel, and you'll be good to go. So 3, I believe, is all in there. It's the 3 pockets, sorry, 2 pockets, 3 if you count this little one. This one, again, comes from the paper line, the Peter Rabbit. There is an envelope, very, very simple to put together. This is from the kit, not the SVG kit, from the paper kit. And you're just going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of that flap and a little bit down the side of that flap. And that's it done. This little pocket, she has tabs here, here, and here. So you're just going to fold them under like you do any other pocket, like you would this one. And then you've got your 3 mats, and that's that page. This page is not in there anywhere. I could not find this, so my camera shut off way before I thought it did. So this is very, very basic. I'm not cutting out pieces to show you. So you've got the back of page 3. You just need a main base mat. You're going to put the mat on. Then you're just going to take a plain belly band, mat it, put it on. Actually, I put it on before the mat. So then your little tabs under here are covered. It just makes things slide in easier. So belly band, then the main base. You can put on some decoration on the front if you like. Again, this is one of the envelopes from the paper line, and it has one of the postcards in it. And this is just Velcro. And I notice it can only open and close this so many times, and it weakens each time. And this envelope is actually in the kit. Very basic. You're going to score it. You know what? I better cut one of these out and I will come back and show you how to score it. Okay, so here we have the envelope cut out. So we're just going to score it. You don't want to put it right up against your side when you do this, because you may have to wiggle. Now you don't want to cut into this little, you don't want to score up there, you want to score from here to here. I like to do my two sides first, and that gives you a start and finish for this side. Just want to be careful with your pressure on your scoring tool. This is 65-pound Recollections, which is Michael's paper, and if you push too hard you will go right through it. So very simple. Just fold these over, give them a little push. Make sure your line is nice and clean. Just like that. So we're going to put a bit of glue on the underside of this. Just use some of my Dry's Clear. I did something I said I wasn't going to do. I don't know how many pins I've been through. I've now spent like $30 on pins for this. And I went and bought another one. So hopefully I can never, if this gets clogged up, I can never get them clean, or I end up bending my pin. Okay, come on, glue. Really? Wow. And this is why those little silver caps get full. This stuff just dries so fast. There we go. It's hard to get it out of the little silver cap. I don't recommend putting glue on the flap because, as you can see, it doesn't go right to the edge. Oh, come on, seriously? Oh, Lordy. Come on, I just need 2 little runs of glue. Okay, we're done with you. Go to my little bottles that I like to use. Are you going to desert me today too? Oh, honestly. Do you guys struggle with your glue? Wow. Come on. This is just, well, it's getting a little ridiculous, but it's frustrating. And this glue dries so fast. Oh, I bent my pick. okay. I give up on that. Let's just use a glue stick. Scrap of paper. When all else fails, grab a glue stick. I always try not to get my glue too far down here or too far at the top, because we know with most glues it will spread. And there is your envelope. Now this envelope does have mats. It has a front mat. Yeah, it has 3 mats. But you could also, like with my one there, I cut it out with vellum. You can cut it out with patterned paper. You can decorate them as much as you like, depending on if it's going in the mail or if it's going in an album or what you're doing with it. But that's how simple it is to put the envelope together. If your glue wants to cooperate, it's even easier. So, excuse me, that was there. Did we do this? I think I'm going to have to show you this one too. Okay, so let's get this finished. We were working on the pages that were missing, and we're doing this one. And, pardon me. So what I'm going to do, rather than cutting out another sheet of paper, because this booklet is one of the Victoria design sheets, and there were 2 more down here. So you're just going to cut that in half, and then we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do, see if I can use this scrap piece of paper here. I was just testing out some stamps there. I'm going to, too right-handed, better go this way. I'm going to use this just as a guide. Whoopsie. And we'll mimic having that page. Okay, so let's say you've taken the sheet, you've cut it in half. So now what you're going to do is score this. I put my little scoreboard. That work? No, it's a big one. Now this is just copy paper, so I'll have to be careful that I do not press too hard. That's easy. Now grab the cutting mat. I'm going to take this and fold it with the image on the outside. And then, in order to make sure that everything will line up, you're going to cut it. You can cut it with the trimmer. Oh yeah, let's try with the trimmer. Put a new blade in it. Mind you, with these darn trimmers, you cannot guarantee a straight line. Well, that's pretty good. So that's how you would get the booklet itself, and because you've printed it, you have nice photos on the front. For the inside, this again is another sheet from the Victoria Designs, or whatever you want to put in it. So I cut 2 squares. I just simply measured the inside of this and then took a little bit off. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 3/16. So you make 2 mats of that size and glue them on. Now for the rest of the page, you've got your main base, and then this is a full page pocket, but this one has a curved edge. You can use whichever one you want. Don't do it at all, whatever. So you need to put your main base pocket on your main base. This is just a scrap of paper. Just tuck it in, and this is a decorative insert. This one here, you'll want to make sure that you put a little dot somewhere or an F for the front so that you know the front from the back, and the same with your mats. And you have your 2 corners. So you cut 2 corners, and then you cut 2 mats, and you put those together, and then just a little bit of glue around the outside borders of that. And then you tuck that in. So that page is just that simple. And the next one that isn't in there is this guy. And this is the last one. So again, it's one of the envelopes from the cutting files. What's in here? Oh, one of the invitations in there. Of course, you can put anything in it, photos, memorabilia. So this one, you're just going on the back side of the previous one. You just need your main base and your decorative belly band. And I chose this particular mat. There are 2 or 3 different mats, I believe. So you put your belly band on, then you slide your paper in. This is from the paper collection, so I just cut out around it and inked it, put it down, raised it with some foam tape so that it stands up, and then it will hold your envelope, whichever way you choose to put it. And again, this just has the Velcro closing, which, yeah, not working great. Don't take these apart. When you take it off, when you cut it apart from the other ones, don't take it apart. Take and put it onto your one backing, and then close the top of whatever over it, and then it'll open. This one I took apart not thinking, so I never did get it back on properly. And that fits perfectly right inside your belly band. Okay, so that's all the catch-ups. So sorry that I had some video issues. If you see anything that I've missed, please message me, because I don't want anything to be missing. Okay, so hopefully that is the last video in this collection. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another album with this particular collection or not. I might, or I might just do a walkthrough of one. I'll have to wait and see. I have started working on some slimline cards, and these are really messy. These are just prototypes, trying to think of different ways to use this particular design. So these cards will be 4 by 8. So that's what I'm presently working on. So I hope you have enjoyed this collection, and if you've enjoyed it, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.